Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dragon's Tavern. We had to put the project on pause for about a month. We had a death in the family, so I had to go and be with our family during that time. But we're back and we're getting everything back underway. So I tried to get a little bit of momentum going this week. I got a couple of commits just to get the ball rolling and refamiliarize myself with the project since it had been almost a month since I had opened Unity. So this week I had created a couple of cards and I got some card art done, as well as focused on a little bit of the AI. So now the AI has the ability to draw a hand, and in the console you can see what cards they drew, and they can also play a card onto the table. So it's a lot of surface level stuff right now, but it's good building blocks for how we're going to go in the future. And here's a couple of examples of the art that I did, and it's not great. So this vampire chef probably looks like something I could have made in Microsoft Paint when I was like 7. So if anybody else would like to jump in and help out with art, I will gladly take it. We also created the Lost Collar, the Tower, and a couple of other cards that we'll see in the game. Speaking of the game, let's pop on over to the demo. So here is the demo as it stands right now. We have some smoke going on in the background. We have the turn order cycle still happening. We have the player can have their cards in their hand. We have spells and we have monsters. The functionality is a little bit shaky right now on all of them, but you can see like the Fool is a new kind of card that was added this week. And there's our Vampire Chef, where like the description of like, do they use garlic? We may never know. And then we have a couple of our other cards that we had in there. There's like the Oracle, and then the Giraffe of Learning. And so we'll get some of the art in these in the next coming weeks. We still have the player health and the enemy health up here. It's more visual at the moment. We have how the various cheats are working up here in the top left. We have the player currency right here. So when you play like a one cost card, it will deduct 1 from the chart there. So if we take this 2, it'll go down to 1. And if we try to play a 4, it'll say there's a problem with that. So the attacking elements are a little bit shaky at the moment, so I'm just going to end our setting phase, and we're going to end the attack phase, and we're going to look at our opponent, who's going to draw a card, and then they're going to lay a card on the table, and then they're going to advance the turn. So they don't attack right now, but they can at least look and play their cards. So in the console, we can see the cards that the opponent has right now, and then when we hit end phase, we can see that they will draw a card. They drew the Salem Witch card right up here. That was the card that was drawn. Then they have a card that was being played, and it took their hand size from 6. And then they played the Fool card onto the table, and then the Fool was removed from the hand, and now they have 5 cards on the table. So we can confirm that by going up to their table, and we can see that they played the Fool on their board. So, and then it loops back to the player's turn where we have 4 again, so we can play that, and we can end our turn and our attack, and then they'll draw another card, and then they'll play another card on the table. They choose a random open spot on their table, and I think that is the demo for the week. So if we take a look at the Slack, we will get this unpaused in just a moment. So during the paused project week, it's been a while since I've had to make one of these. We got the opponent to draw a card and the opponent ending the turn, and we got the card set 2 created, so we can move all these over here, and we will remove this list. So now, since we're technically in week 2, with everything sliding back, our project is now ending on September 4th. But for week 2, we're going to try to get some functionality between the monsters attacking each other, changing the values of the opponents once they've been attacked, removing them from the field, changing from attack to defense position, and just the general functionality. And then in the following week, we will clean up some of the art for card sets 1 and 2. We've got a good start on them, but these red ones are still outstanding if anybody would like to take a shot at those. Or we can always get more cards added. That's going to be the key functionality of the game. So that is the next couple of weeks for the Dragon's Tavern, now that we are unpaused and we are back up and running. So I hope everybody can help out, and we will continue pushing this project forward.